Alrighty, we are at video number 2. Okay, I'm going to start by demonstrating that the Provari, that the battery that we are going to be using on the DNA20D is full. The way I know it's full is that I charged it on, I have a 6 battery charger, and what I do sometimes when I want to make sure it's really up to the max is I charge it, it turns green, I take it, I pull it out, put it back in again, it charges a little more. And that gets it right up to anywhere from 3.17 to 3.2. On my Provari, we are showing exactly 4.2. You can't see it, I can see it. I call it as I see it. This battery's 4.2 on a Provari, and from my experience, I've tested on multimeters. You're at anywhere from 4.17 to 4.2, and there's a certain statistical mean error. Okay, but anyway, now, unfortunately, something kind of interesting happened. Okay, um, I laid down my cartomizer, or actually clearomizer, and let it sit for a while. And I plug it in again, and I'm getting a reading this time of 1.70 instead of the 1.8. Now, I checked it on the Provari, and again, on the Provari, it's showing as 1.7. So I'm going to have to accept that the cartomizer, for whatever reason, decided to shift. Okay? And let me just make sure this is the fresh battery that I just tested. Yep, my Provari is empty. So let's accept that we got a 1.7 ohm clearomizer. And we got a fresh battery that's been tested at 4.2. And of course, it's showing it's showing full on the screen. Okay, I got this set at 7 watts, which is the lowest vaping. And I am going to screw this on. Oh, okay. Also, if you take a look, when I put this in, it's showing up as 1.7. And interestingly enough, okay, that flashing thing that we saw with P. Busardo or Phil Busardo, it's doing that. Before it didn't used to do that. Now it started it. But anyway, so we are at the 1.7. All right. Now, I'm going to take my trusty ohms calculator, and we're going to put in a 7 watt vaping at 1.7 ohm. Calculate it, and the voltage should come out at 3.44. So let's start vaping, and let's see what it comes out at. Interesting. Let me screw this in a little further. There we go. Okay. What do you know? I'm getting 3.80. So, if I take the power 7 and I take 3.8, sorry, if I take a 1.7, that is, and I take a voltage of 3.8, and I calculate it, I'm coming out with almost 9 watts of power. Okay, so at this point in time, it's not stepping down, but I'm feeling a little distrustful. So let's see if anything has changed. I'm going to put it on the ohms tester one more time, just to make sure that the ohms haven't switched. And the ohms have not switched. It's at 1.7. So, yes, Phil Busardo is correct. Okay, this unit will not step down. Okay, what does that mean? Well, it basically means that, okay, if you like low wattage vaping, then this unit's probably not the one for you. Okay, it's not a Provari killer. All right, darn it. I wanted to be able to say this kills the Provari, but that's not the result that I'm seeing. Okay, I'm seeing that 1.7, it's showing 3.8, doing 3.8. And by the way, it's a decent vape, but it's not that weak 7 that it's supposed to be putting out. Okay, so anyway, the DNA20D is not for low, for under, let's say, I would say for under 9 watts. Or what I might say is that at this wattage, it's turning itself into a mechanical. Okay, whatever the battery is, this will be. So if I use the battery up, it will continue to go down, but it's only able to step it down from 4.2 to 3.8, or around 0.4. Okay, so for low wattage vaping, this unit will not cut it. Okay. On the other hand, I'm not sure who really wants to vape, at 7 watts on a 1.7. Okay. To me, the 9 is like the minimum. And I would actually go. Let's see what happens. I would take it up to the 9. Let's see if I keep going higher. It stops flashing. Isn't that kind of cool? So it knows so basically when it's in flash mode, that means that it's going directly from battery to unit. And I'm at 9 watts. It stopped flashing, and I'm getting the 3.9. Alrighty.